Sure, aisle 2.
Snowboarding? Just bought a new Nissan Pathfinder. It's got intelligent 4x4, and we want to hit the backcountry.
Aisle 18.
And the boats?
Are you sure you can do all this?
Up to 6,000 pounds towing, we're good to go. Oh, where's the scuba gear?
Return to rugged in the all-new 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. Available intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Towing capability varies by configuration. See Nissan Owner's Manual for proper use.
A deeper connection with water can change your life, and that's what the home's first smart water network does. It turns your everyday routine into a customized experience.
Moen, fill the baby's bottle.
And it can stop a catastrophic leak with a simple water designs our life. Who designs for water? Moen.
What's up, Michigan fans? Jake Butt here. Come see me this Saturday at the Rutgers vs. Michigan game with the WinBet team and 97 won the ticket. We will be at the AAA parking lot on Main Street with the DJ, prizes, food truck, and much more. Betting is a team sport. Bet together at WinBet.
Get the latest sports news and inside information about Michigan and Michigan State on the 5-Star Zone with Rico Beard. Download it today on the Odyssey app.
You're listening to the best of Stoney and Jansen with Heather on 97.1 The Ticket. Talking Taylor Decker and a Sewell, what to do when Decker is healthy. Because, we talked about it when he first went down, but Sewell's been so good at left tackle. It's kind of different. We have some texts here. Get to the phones in a second. John, the counter argument to what Stoney says is Decker is already a top 10 left tackle and possibly all pro when healthy. Then develop Sewell to get better at right tackle. Decker took a year to improve to what he is now at left tackle. Well, I don't know for a fact that you can say he's a top 10 left tackle. Probably, but that's him.
I think he's somewhere between 8 and 11 or 12.
Okay.
But I don't think he's all pro.
Correct. Lions screwed up when they put Sewell at left tackle. He's going to be the future right tackle. They should have left him there and let him develop.
But again, going to what you said, you're going to put your best 5 out there to give you a chance to play well.
If the Lions are going to move Taylor Decker, they should do it immediately. He has a hand injury. His punch is not going to be a problem. His footwork is what he needs practice on. Let the dude start working there now.
The punch is an issue because when you're at the left tackle spot, your right hand is your dominant hand. It's the inside hand, and inside is the shortest way to the quarterback, the most direct route. And as soon as you go over to the right side and you're left hand dominant, that becomes a big issue.
Come on, John, who knows more, you or Matt and North? Josh and Lauren says Woody Harrelson was traded for a washing machine in the movie Semi-Pro. Maybe that's where that came.
Yeah.
Because somebody suggested they traded for a washing machine. I don't
Jackie Moon.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see that movie, actually.
Oh, you did?
For pay attention to it. I think it was one of those that was on cable and I was just watching that. Mark in Oak Park, what's up?
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good.
Good. I kind of like the idea of when Decker gets healthy, putting them both on the left side and retooling the right side. Now, I do understand that the season's underway and doing experiments on that right side isn't going to be a very intriguing thing to do either. But I believe that if you can solidify that left side and retool that right side, maybe start next year, I think that would be the best option for the Lions, especially not knowing what's going to be the decision for the quarterback. Are we going to stay with Goff? Are we going to draft a quarterback and start new in that position? So having that left side really built up, I think will be a better way to go when it comes to retooling that offensive line.
Thanks for the call, Mark. I think whatever they decide to do, they do it with, all right, just because we're going to do it this season doesn't mean we're going to do it next season.
This year
is a lost season anyway, in my opinion, to a certain extent.
And if you want to be able to reliably run the football, at least have something to be able to hang your hat on. And the pass protection has been, pretty darn good with, even though Matt Nelson is over at right tackle, this is a this year issue. Put those two guys on the left and let them roll. And then next year you got to make a decision. Who gives us the best chance to be good? Is it Penei Sewell at left and Decker at right, or vice versa? That's an off-season issue to deal with.
Correct. Now, John, being the good teammate you were, you played right tackle, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they said, all right, John, we're better off, we drafted this guy, he's better off as a right tackle, we're just going to switch, would you have argued? Would you said, well, whatever you want to do?
Yeah, I would have done it. I was a backup across the board because, and here's where it becomes an issue as well, is you typically have 6 offensive linemen up for a game. If maybe you have a luxury of having 7, so you've got 2 backups, but one of those is probably going to be a center. The other one has to be a swing offensive lineman across the board. So at some point, you're going to have more value. And Taylor Decker, when he starts looking at the end of his career, and this is something that he does have to think about, is how can I stay in the league a few more years? How can I improve the value? Because he signed this contract, right? That's not changing. How am I going to create value for myself in year 10, 11, 12, however long I want to play? Well, if you can show that, yeah, I got left tackle skills, I can also play right, I can also play guard, then it increases the longevity of his career if you can be that guy on an offensive line that plays at a decent level, high level at some positions, but at least a decent level at every position.
Ticket text. John was recruited as a tight end, switched positions to become and won offensive lineman of the year in college. Don't tell us Decker can't switch sides then.
That's switching positions, and at that time I was 18 years old, and hadn't played for, Decker's now played that position for 10 years. The easiest thing, and when they drafted Penei Sewell, is to put a 20-year-old who's only had 2 years of college experience or a year of college experience, put him at right and just say, hey, we're going to put you there and you got to continue to improve. I don't care what happens, you get better every single week.
Let's say hello to Dave and Algonac. What's going on, Dave?
Morning, guys. How you doing today?
Good.
Hey, I'd like to give a shout out to your dad first, John. I used to be a band director, and your dad was an amazing band teacher. Some of the best bands I've ever heard.
Wow.
Thank you.
Here's my question. I know you said it's hard going from right to left. If you put Decker at left guard, would it be possible to put Jonah Jackson at right tackle? I know it's a footwork thing again, but that'd be a heck of a left side.
Well, that's what I would do on the left side. I don't think I would put him over at the right now. I'd still leave Matt Nelson at right tackle, and I would leave Vitae. They haven't been bad this year. They could be better, but they haven't been bad by any means. They haven't been a liability, I'll tell you that.
Thanks for the call, Dave. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Somebody says, why the hell did they draft this guy if it makes things so complicated? Because he's a really good football player? Would that be the answer, John?
Yeah, he's really good at football.
Right, 97.
Get amped for big games with the best tracks from rock and more. Troy Hughes Stadium Anthems, the new Odyssey exclusive station. Get it on the Odyssey app today. Brought to you in part by Macy's, Geico, and Coke Zero Sugar. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
During day one of training camp with the Red Wings, Tyler Bertuzzi, the only unvaccinated player on the team, explaining why he decided against getting the shot, despite it forcing him not to be able to play in Canada during the season.
Just personal choice, freedom of choice, and life choice.
Bertuzzi says his decision is pretty set in stone and doesn't plan to receive the vaccine. Thursday Night Football, the Carolina Panthers pulling away from the Houston Texans to get to 3-0 to begin the season. They won 24-9, despite losing Christian McCaffrey, their star running back, in the first half with a hamstring injury. Meanwhile, the Lions set to play the Ravens on Sunday. Trey Flowers has yet to practice this week with a shoulder injury. Also, head coach Dan Campbell saying that they're working on trading linebacker Jamie Collins sooner rather than later. On the other side, quarterback Lamar Jackson missing practice for Baltimore due to an illness, but is expected to play at Ford Field. It'll be Miguel Cabrera night at Comerica Park when the Tigers face the Royals this evening. His 500th career home run will be celebrated before the game in front of fans before the start of the weekend set versus Kansas City. You can hear the action right here on 97.1 The Ticket. First pitch just after 7 o'clock. And the Ryder Cup matches beginning this morning at Whistling Straits in Wisconsin as the U.S. looks to take the trophy back from Europe. The first match featuring Sergio Garcia, John Rahm versus Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth is set to tee off just after 8 a.m. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar from Stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Thank you, Chris. 3 minutes past the hour of 6 a.m. And congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You have made it to Friday with Greg Hargrave, the Governor, Tom Milliken, Heather Park, John Jansen. Stoney saying, hi, how are you? Happy Friday. What's up, folks?
Woohoo, we made it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Well, you had a tough little week. I mean, let's be honest.
Well,
Kids came in last week, and now your wife's home, and mother-in-law's there, and I never met your wife or your mother-in-law, but I can just imagine, being there with your mother-in-law for how many more times? She there for the next few weeks, too?
it's a crowded house, and I'm good. And and the baby is too. I mean, it's obviously all very joyous moments, and they're happy to see their grandbaby. My parents are happy to see their grandbaby, and it's a crowded house. But and if anybody knows me, and you guys know me well enough, probably, I need my elbow room. I need my personal space. So there's that constant tug right now. But hey, we've got football, and they're all football fans. So last night we sat down, we watched Carolina. This weekend they're going to be watching the game on Saturday. I'll be at the game, and then Sunday it's football all day long. So hey, we've got something in common, and we can all get along. That's what sports does.
Yes, it does. You happen to watch any of the college game last night? I didn't. I just saw a highlight.
Yeah, I didn't. Was it with App State, right?
Yeah, the fake reverse kickoff return. Have you seen that play yet? Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
Starting route to 19960 Winston Street. In 2.2 miles, turn left onto West 14 Mile Road.
Doesn't it? When you get in the history of football?
No, App State, yes. That one, that's a grown-up conversation to have with him. He's not ready for that one yet.
I was talking about this year's App State team. I mean, come on, they almost beat the vaunted Miami Hurricanes. Last night, they had that unbelievable kickoff return, like I mentioned.
Yes.
John, more salt in the wound as a Michigan man. App State or trouble with the snap? We're going to do an organic topic here.
All right. And John, one thing,
for me.
Try to keep it away from the fact that you were actually at trouble with the snap, right? And you were not at the App State. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
I would say more salt in the wound with trouble with the snap, simply because the App State one, you've got to live with one day a year. Everybody says on the reunion of that day, oh, do you remember when? But for the trouble with the snap, or it happens when you lose to Michigan State, the trouble with the snap comes up, or Bob comes up, every moment that was detrimental to your school comes up, and you've got to live with it every single day. There's always somebody that says something about the Michigan State rivalry on a daily basis. Well, that's why that one's a big one.
I feel like Michigan State holds the ultimate trump card in the rivalry forever because of that. I do. To me, that I still think that might be the most miraculous win. Maybe one of the top 5 in sports history. I think Music City Miracle was just ridiculous. Think about trouble with the snap. I don't know if we'll ever see anything like that again, because of the distance from the end zone. You know, It's not like if a team's backed up late in the game and they punt, and you'll see something like that again, or the Deshaun Jackson return against the Giants in the Meadowlands. Maybe what's the other one, Stone?
The Herman Edwards. That you may never see again, because that actually, I was going to mention that later in the show, because that actually changed strategy in sports. Yeah, one play. Yeah.
But to me, the App State thing, I truly believe in sports. Everybody gets App Stated at some point. Like, that was my thing against Michigan State and the Middle Tennessee State laws.
Right.
It's just going to happen to you at some point. And you just got to deal with it. And that's like, as Michigan builds a basketball program, that's my fear with them, is that they're going to end up having their best team, and then they're going to get, NCAA tournament. They're going to get, because it's just going to happen to everybody.
Yeah, well, that does. I mean, that happens all the time. Duke lost to Mercer. I mean, there have been, games like that all the time. The trouble with the snap, the reason that resonates more than the App State, I agree with you on that one, is because the way it ended the game. I mean, the App State game, it was, a slow, awful process, and then actually Michigan comes back and has a chance to win it.
At the next light, turn left.
God, I mean, the trouble with the snap, everybody likes to blame Harbaugh. What do you have gunners on? True, but the guy just catches the ball cleanly and punts it. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, why did you even punt it? Do you just drop back and have your quarterback run around and then throw it deep and throw it out of bounds?
I wouldn't have done that with 10 seconds.
That is something that is practiced. 10 seconds is just outside the range of that, but it's still a possibility. So, but that's what I'm saying is all of those possibilities, all of the should have, conversations come up because that one play changed obviously the course of that game, but it changed the course of that rivalry and the way it's been perceived, since. It was already changed prior to that, but that one really kind of solidified it. And then you throw on top of that the fact that Michigan State with Mel Tucker last year came into the big house and did, what they did. It's
at the stop sign. Turn right onto Inkster
the trouble
Road.
with the snap, it's one of those that just irritates you, and it wakes you up at night because, and I know every Spartan fan right now is in their car cheering because they know exactly what it does to Michigan fans.
In 1.9 miles, turn left onto West 12 Mile Road.
That did to Spartan fans.
Even that, though, I just don't. I don't think there's anything
it's not the same. Yeah,
right. And I always just feel like if you just have a fun, let's say you're hanging out and you're having a debate with a Michigan State fan, you're going back and forth, and you're throwing egg in each other's face, that they ultimately have that dangling out there that they can just throw on you and it's game over.
Yeah. I mean, what does Michigan have? I mean, I mentioned the Braylon, but basketball-wise, you have Trey Burks still in the ball. Remember that against Michigan State at Chrysler? You've Zach Novak at Breslin with the dagger jumpers. That's Douglas. Okay.
They're easy to confuse.
Yes, I know.
I think the maddest Michigan State basketball was ever at Michigan was when the Fab Five,
Oh, yeah.
It started taunting and stood up on the tables. It's Breslin.
Yeah, but that game was like a blowout.
I know.
Yeah. They have that one to throw at you, and then sometimes you just throw out 71, 37, and 5.
He just went all-time win card.
Oh, I know. Put it in your pocket till October 30th. Okay?
Yeah, or on
that week. Yeah, exactly.
My personal record.
The show is now outsized national championship ring, 97. As we have established from a couple days ago.
You mentioned football last night in the NFL, a thriller of a game. The Carolina Panthers, give them credit, they're 3-0, defeating the Houston Texans by the score of 24-9. Davis Mills wasn't bad. It wasn't good. 19-28, 168 yards, touchdown, no picks. The story of the game, though, is Christian Mccaffrey getting hurt. It's a straight hamstring. Look, he's going to miss at least 3 or 4 more games minimum, they say. And, I thought, here's a guy, great player, always gets hurt. Well, he really doesn't always get hurt. He got hurt last year,
Yeah.
And so
up until last year, I don't think he had missed any games.
Exactly. But for some reason, he has this reputation, for some strange reason, just because of one season where he missed 13 games. But he's going to be tough to replace, but I give him credit. Chuba Hubbard, right? He's doing well.
Make a
We heard
U-turn.
all about him last year at Oklahoma State. the Texans they're just not good. Obviously.
No.
They did win one game because they played the Jacksonville Jaguars. Most people think they're even worse than the Lions.
I would agree, but Davis Mills, I thought he played well. He delivered the ball.
In 2.2 miles, take
especially,
exit 18 beyond to US 24 South and
He
Telegraph
had that
Road.
one drive that I thought looked really good, but 4 sacks is, some of that's on the offensive line. Some of that is just simply on Davis Mills because he couldn't pull the trigger fast enough and kind of, got lost in the pocket, didn't really know what to do at times. And I'll give him credit for, not pulling I'm going to throw this one out there and people are going to go crazy. A Patrick Mahomes that we saw last week of just trying to make something happen.
True.
And he ate the ball and, lived to play another down. But
In 2
for
miles,
Carolina,
take exit 18
I know
beyond to
that
US
Christian
24
McCaffrey
South and Telegraph
is
Road.
supposed to be a large part of their offense, but I will give Matt Rule and their front office credit of going out and realizing that, hey, Christian McCaffrey, we want him, we're better with him, but if he does get hurt again, what are we going to do? And they went out and they get Chuba Hubbard in the draft, where I think they got great value in him. I know that, again, they're better with Christian McCaffrey, but they're going to be okay without him this year because they went and addressed the issue of what happens if.
And of course, the way they drafted defense the last couple of years. I mean, unfortunately, J.C. Horn, he might be gone for the year with a broken foot. Their number one draft choice was selected right after the Lions took Sewell. Really good defense. The story of the game, though, is Carolina's defense would not allow Houston to rush the ball. They ran the ball 17 times for 42 yards. Mark Ingram averaged 3.5 yards a carry for the Texans. They are a bad team. Carolina, they're building it the right way. Kind of like the Lions might be building it, from the inside out.
Yeah.
They're tough up front defensively. They've got a pretty good offensive line. That's what the Lions already have, and they're trying to get better at that. So we'll see how long it takes them. How long it took Matt Rule, 2 years to get to be decent. I'm not going to sit there and crown the Panthers champions. They
Stay in the left 3
They don't
lanes.
play Tampa. They played 2 out of the last 3 Sundays. They played.
Yeah, their win against the Saints was a good win. I think we can all agree that we believe the Saints are a good team, but they also beat the Jets and the Texans.
I honestly think they may have the best defense in the NFL. I know their competition's been pretty weak, but at the same time, they're delivering. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're young. They drafted on defense a couple years ago. And they should make that trade.
Use the right lane to take exit 18 beyond to US 24 South and Telegraph Road.
Yeah, that's what we need to get in. Jameis Winston. Is Jameis Winston, is it fixed in the turnover side of things? We don't really know because it was in week 1, but in week 2 against Matt Rule in this Carolina
Take the
defense,
exit.
he threw 2 interceptions. So is it just the defense or is it Jameis Winston? We don't know, but I think the Carolina defense, like you said, Gov, is really good.
And then Sam Darnold is I think he's an above average. He's not great. He's still young. He's getting
Above average? What? Above average?
Yeah, I think he's above average,
I think he's average.
Okay, I think he's above average. You get him away from the Jets.
Like, if you have the 5 tiers, I'd put him in 3. And that's the middle.
In
That's average.
3.2 miles, turn right onto Norfolk
I
Street.
think he's ascending. Like tier 3, yeah, probably. If that's average, fine. But like last night, he did what he had to do. He actually rushed for 2 touchdowns. Our telephone number is 248-539-9797. Coming up on the program, we'll have our picks. Heather has news next.
Yeah, you guys, Detroit has a really new, adorable resident that we have to talk about. Plus, I've got a great Florida man story who was busted after making one of the dumbest mistakes ever.
All right, 97-1 the ticket.
You guys, another big college football Saturday is coming up this weekend, and we've already reached week 3 of the pro football season. Now, whether you're betting college or pros, BetRivers Sportsbook is your football betting powerhouse from kickoff until the final whistle. Now, for college football fans, BetRivers makes game days more rewarding with parlay profit boosts. All you got to do is log in each Saturday and place a parlay bet of 3 legs or more and get your 20% profit boost. And of course, the action doesn't stop there, and that's because come Sunday morning, it's time to get those pro football spread bets in for the BetRivers Beat the Spread Challenge. Just place a minimum of $25 in pregame spread bets on any pro football matchup, and the more cards picks, the greater your shot is at winning a share of the $1 million prize pool. Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJE and 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Currently accident-free on the drive this morning. Keep in mind that several power outages remain across the area, so some traffic signals may not be working. That includes 13 Mile between Holstead and Farmington and 14 Mile between Hagerty and Farmington. Protect yourself from the COVID variants by getting fully vaccinated. Discover the facts at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Stay in the second lane from right.
It's September 2021. I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With mortgage interest rates the lowest they've been all year, it's your second chance to refinance. Don't miss out. Call Hall Financial today to see if you qualify for our no appraisal 8-day close. Our commitment to speed and client service has earned us nearly 4,000 five-star reviews.
In 1 mile,
Start your
turn
refinance
right
today.
onto
Call
Norfolk Street.
248-308-5000 or chat with us right now at callhallfirst.com.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
Need game tickets for the Lions game this weekend? Ready. Buy Lions tickets today at bullseyeeventgroup.com. Need tickets to the Lions VIP tailgate? Buy today at bullseyeeventgroup.com. Need tickets to the Lions game and tickets to the Lions VIP tailgate? Buy your game tickets today and add the VIP tailgate to make it a Lions ticket and tailgate combo. Buy today at bullseyeeventgroup.com. For all your ticket needs, go to bullseyeeventgroup.com.
Hi, welcome to Everything Outdoors. Can I help you find anything?
Hey, yeah, can you point us to the camping gear?
Sure, aisle 2.
Sean Gordon, just bought a new Nissan Pathfinder. It's got intelligent 4x4 and we want to hit the backcountry.
Turn right onto Norfolk Street.
Are you
Then
sure
turn
you
left
can
onto
do all
Winston
this?
Street.
Up to 6,000 pounds towing, we're good to go. Oh, where's the scuba gear?
Return to rugging in the all-new 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. Available intelligent 4x4 can prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Towing capability varies by configuration. See Nissan Orange.
In a quarter mile, turn
Microban
left
24
onto
protects
Winston
against
Street.
Staphylococcus aureus and Enterobacter aerogenes bacteria, but does not provide 24-hour protection against viruses. Every time you touch a surface, you leave behind bacteria. Use Microban 24 sanitizing spray to keep surfaces sanitized all day. Spray on hard surfaces to kill 99.9% of bacteria and viruses initially, including the virus that causes COVID-19. Microban 24 keeps killing bacteria for 24 hours, touch after touch. When used as directed, Microban 24, touch after touch, it doesn't give up.
Buddy's Pizza, the birthplace of the original Detroit-style pizza, is proud to celebrate 75
Turn
years in
left
the
onto
Motor
Winston
City.
Street.
Download
The
Buddy's
destination
Rewards
is
from
on
your
your
App Store today to receive exclusive offers and earn points on purchases at all 19 Buddy's Pizza locations.
Rutgers plays Michigan this Saturday, and you control the point spread on FanDuel Sportsbook. FanDuel is moving the line 1 point in Michigan's favor for every 500 fans who bet them to cover. It's all part of FanDuel's Spread the Love promotion. The more bets, the better the spread. No telling how high this can go. Best of all, your odds are whatever the point spread is at kickoff, so you don't have to wait to get in on the action. FanDuel is always hooking you up with great odds, great promotions.
destination
all
is on your
season
left.
long. If you're new to FanDuel
19960
Sportsbook, sign up
Winston
today
Street.
with promo code TICKET
Arrived.
to also receive a risk-free bet up to $1,000.